Hello and welcome. I've been away a few days for the holiday weekend here in the US for Labor Day, but I am back on my 30 days of learning Python and Excel, and I'm trying out a challenge today that I honestly didn't think I would get to this early on in the 30 days, but I might still fail, but I'm feeling ambitious. I'm going to give it a go. So I'm going to have a go at one of the Excel Esports challenges from the Road to Las Vegas. This is basically a 30-minute Excel problem-solving data manipulation challenge. The one I've picked is called Laundry Time by Peter Scharl. And yeah, I'll explain that to you in just a minute. The one thing to warn you about with this is, unlike all the other files that I've been working on, I'm not going to be able to share this one because the FMWC sells these cases. So I'll post my code maybe in the YouTube video description. So if you have a copy of this, you're welcome to try it out with it. But if you're looking for other things to kick around, just keep in mind I have been posting on this shared folder all my solutions to the daily XLBI and Kamran Mumtaz challenges since I started learning Python. So there's like, I guess, 15 or so files there now, and you can find those. I'll put the link in the video description, but you can also just find it at bit.ly/Python learning folder, and that'll take you there. So I can't share today's file, but I do have lots of other files, including lots of ones that I have not made videos about, but that I've been kind of working through in my own practice time. So let's dive on in. This case is about sorting laundry. So first things first, we have sort of defined pile of laundry items here. So socks are coded as S, shoes as O, underwear as U, pants as P, t-shirts T, hoodie as H. The idea is you've got a giant pile of laundry. You've got some kind of laundry detecting tool that scans the pile and tells you what you have. So let's just take a look at the questions. Level 1, you just want to figure out how many of this thing are in there. So first you need to convert pants to P using that table up there, and then you need to figure out how many P's are in this. Level 2, similar thing, at what number in the laundry pile is the first instance of the given piece of clothing. So again, convert pants to P and then find where the first P occurs here. Pretty simple. Level 3, at what number in the laundry pile do you make your first complete outfit? The order of the clothing doesn't matter, and your socks and shoes come in pairs. So if you look at this example here, your first hoodie is item number 1, first socks and underwear are there, first shoes are there, first t-shirt is all the way down here, but your first pants don't come until here. So the first point at which you have a complete outfit is position 17, because the 17th item is the last thing you need to complete your outfit. Then level 4, it gets more complicated. So this time the idea is you're basically, if you can't put something on right away, then you're throwing it away. And there's an order. So socks have to go on before shoes, underwear before pants, t-shirt before your hoodie. Socks and shoes still come in pairs. So in other words, here I get pants. I can't wear those because I don't have underpants on, so I just throw it away. Here I get a hoodie. I can't wear it because I don't have a t-shirt on, so I throw it away. Hoodie, throw it away. Shoes, throw it away. T-shirt, I put it on. Pants, still don't have underpants, so throw it away. Shoes, throw it away. Underpants, put those on. Let's see, what else? Keep throwing these things away. At some point I put a hoodie on because I have a t-shirt now. Don't think I've found a pair of pants again since. There are my socks, so now I can put on this pair of shoes when I get them, and so on. You get the idea. Or I hope you get the idea at least. And then level 5 is the same thing, except now shoes and socks don't come in pairs, they come in individual items. So here is a right shoe, here is a left shoe, here's a right sock, and so on. So that's the idea. These are 30-minute challenges, and I don't want to spend all day on this, so I'm going to give myself 30 minutes for this video and just see where I can get to. So this one, I think if I knew Python a bit better, I could either kind of make this a dictionary for ease of reference, or I could kind of merge this with that lookup table to quickly get all the things, but I want to try to do it somewhat in the style of the 30-minute challenge, so I'm just going to go with what I know, and what I know is list comprehension. So I'm going to, first I guess I need to ingest this as a variable, so we'll go up here equals py, and then I'm going to say clMap for clothes map equals this whole thing, and it automatically picks up that there are headers, so that's good. So I'm just going to control and enter. That creates a data frame. I'm going to get rid of the star from here because if there's no spaces or special characters, then it's easier to refer to these names. So now what I can do is equals py, and I want code for name and code in clothing map. clMap.values. So if I have a data frame, .values turns it into a list of lists where each list corresponds to a row. So in other words, for each row of this, I'm going to assign nm to be the name of the first thing, which is the name of the item, and cd for code to be the name of this, the value of the second item. And then I want that if the name equals what's over here. And that gives me a list, hopefully a one item list that says P. And that is what it gives me. So then I can just take the first item, again, 0 based indexing. So that, and that'll give me P. And now I need to figure out how many P's are in here. Now, if this was a list, then I could use .count. And I think I might be able to use .count anyway, because Python treats strings sort of like lists. So let me try that first. And if that doesn't work, I'll try something else. So I'm going to say this .count. This. Let's see. Yes, it works. Hooray. So then I could just copy that down, but let's try and be a little Pythonic about it. So we will say all that stuff for name and list. Let's call it lList, laundry list, in all this stuff. .values, and then just replace the references here. So instead of using that direct cell reference, I'll use lList, and then that'll do it for all of them. And instead of using this code here, I'll use name. And hopefully that will, no, didn't like that. What's wrong? Too many values to unpack, expected 2. Oh, dang, now there's merged cells here. Okay. So the issue is that each this .values is creating a list of each row of this, but there's 2 values, but there's 3 cells. So the easier way to get around this is I just have to add another variable here. So I'm just going to add name, not used, and list. And then hopefully that will, yes, hooray. Okay, so that's a good start. Let's copy this, come down here, and see what we can reuse. So now I want to know where it first appears. So I think that I can use, again, if it was a list, I think I could use .index to figure out where it occurs. So let's just try .index on a string and see what that does. Nope, those are all wrong. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yes, I know why they're wrong, because 0 based. So I just have to come to the end of that index and say +1. And then if that works, I'll just need to extend it down to the rest. Hooray! This is frankly going better than I expected. Okay, so this goes down now to 87 instead of 77 because there's more entries in this level. Okay, super. All right, so I guess I'll just copy this down again as a starting point. Okay, so okay, so I don't need to do this the same way anymore. So let's go. First of all, I'll just change my G to G because I only have one column, and I'll just say lList in G to G. Okay, and then what am I doing with it? Oh yeah, so what I want to do is iterate over all the codes and see when they occur. So lList.index cd, boom, +1 for cd in clMap dot, I think the second column was called output, and for lList in that. That's going to probably spill, but no, has no attribute index. Ah. Okay. What if I said this? No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. So saying this object, my lList, does not have an attribute called index. So let's cut that out and just see what it gives me. So convert it back to Python so I can see what kind of output it's giving. And that is giving me a 120. 120 by one list? Why 120? Oh, right. Okay. So first thing I want to do is change this, because I want this to be a list within a list. So, because I want it to be down the rows and then across the columns and then down the rows. So hopefully this will make it into a 6 by 20, 20 by 6. Yes, good. Okay. So then if I take the first item of that and the first item of that, what does that give me? It gives me an ND array when I was expecting it to give me just a value. So I guess what I need is to take the first item a third time. So here, with my list comprehension, I'm generating a list of lists, but then this list is also being listed. So I think what that means is that if I put back my .index bit here, and then just put a 0, so in other words, this isn't giving me the string, blah, 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 what HSS, etc. It's giving me a list containing that string. So if I take the first item from that list, that should be the string. Let's see if that will behave. So then this is telling me 2, 9, 23, 6, 14, 1. Yes, so I think what I want is the max of those. Now, is that .max or do I wrap it in max? I honestly don't remember. Let's start with .max and see how we go. Nope, we do not .max. Let's try wrapping it in max, or possibly it's a NumPy thing. So my second guess is going to be to make it max at the start, and my third guess is going to be to make it np.max. I'm pretty sure one of those things will work, and if it doesn't, then I'll go off to Google and try to find the answer. Okay, so are these the right answers? Moment of truth. Spin, spin, spin. Yes! Hooray! Okay, this is actually going pretty well. Okay, all right, so now this is the one where we're throwing things away. So how are we going to handle this? So let's see. I think what I need is first to make a list here. So socks go before shoes. Underwear goes before pants. T-shirt goes before hoodie. And is that everything? 6 items? Maybe. Let's see. Up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. I think what I need to do is figure out where does the first shoe happen that is after a sock? Where does the first pants happen that is after an underpants? Where does the first hoodie happen that is after a t-shirt? And then take the largest of those. So let's copy this down, see how much of it we can recycle. Paste in there. Okay, so I think what I want is CD1, CD2 in this dot values. Oh, it's setting headers equals true. I do not want headers because I don't have any. So get rid of that or I'll lose the first row. Okay, so now list0.index CD1 would tell me where does the first one occur, and then I need to look after that for the second one. So this is my starting point. So lList0 is the string, and then I want to slice from that from here to the end. And then I want to dot index that CD2. And then I'll need to add stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff. But for now, let's just get rid of the max and look at all the values that that gives me and see if it is any good. So try that. I'll need to return it in Python form so that it can not spill. So Control-Alt-Shift-M gets me back to a list. Let's see. So 5, 2, and 4 are the answers here. So I think what that's saying is, let's see, first underpants. The pants occurs 2 after that. That makes sense. First socks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after that is the shoes. And the first t-shirt is where? Here. And the first hoodie after that is 2 later. Is that what it said? 2 2s and a 5? No, I don't think it. Oops. Did not mean to cut that. 5, 2, and 4. So t-shirt to hoodie. Oh, sorry. Here's an earlier t-shirt. Yes. Okay. So then 1, 2, 3. T-shirt plus 3. Okay. So I think then what I need to do is basically add this initial index to this index. So handy trick for this is I want to both define this and be able to refer to it later. So I'm going to say, I'll call this lock1 defined equal, so colon equals. Then I can hopefully refer here to plus lock1. Let's see what that does. So that gives me 14, 4, and 15. So let's just take left of this by, you could argue that I am cheating by using Excel to debug my Python, but whatever, I'm a beginner, I get to plead ignorance. So let's just take that, copy, value, paste. I may be off by 1 on all of these, but okay, so yes, so this is a shoe, sorry, that's a sock. No, that's not good. This is a shoe. Okay, so I think I am off by 1. So sorry, let me undo that. Let's add 1 to all of these. Didn't mean to put it in all 3 places, just 1. Copy, value, paste. So what I should have then is here is the position of the first shoe that comes after a sock. Good. Here should be the position of the first pants that comes after underpants. Yes. And here should be the position of the first hoodie that comes after a t-shirt. Yes, good, okay. So then I want to take the max of all that stuff, but I need to plus 1 in the middle of it. So max of all that, and so plus lock1 plus 1. I think that'll give me the answers. Let's see. Control-Alt-Shift-M to spill them into the grid. See if we got it right. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Yeah! Oh my god, this is amazing. Frankly, going better than there was any reason to expect that it would. Okay, so now, this is the one that I'm actually, this is basically the reason that I picked this problem, is because this is so finicky to work with in Excel. And if I can remember, I sort of played around with regex last week, and there is a nice way to do this with regex. So let me, first of all, just come down here, put this in. Now, I need, first of all, I need to change this because I need shoe left and shoe right and sock left and sock right for level 5 version. So I'll paste that there and there. And then I'll add left here and left there. So the idea is basically you've got all the same stuff, except now there's a left shoe to go on before a right, sorry, a left sock to go on before a left shoe and a right sock to go on before a right shoe. All the rest stays the same. But the other additional twist is you can't now just go by position. So for example, this H is in the 5th position in the string, but it's actually only the 3rd item because these 2 are 2 items long. And that is quite tricky to work with in Excel. I think the cleanest way to solve this in Excel is actually to just find and replace the ORs with some other character, and that's how I did it when I did this one. But you don't have to do that in Python because Python is magic. So let's do this. It would be extremely daring of me to try to do this all in one go. But, you know, I'm doing okay on time versus the half-hour target, so let's be extremely daring. Let's try and do it all in one go. I think I might need to extend this down 10 more rows. I do. So have that go to 96. So first thing is, well, actually, sorry, let me just leave that alone for a minute. And whoa, you don't like that. What did I do? What did I break? Didn't think I'd broken anything yet. But maybe I did. I don't know. Well, anyway, whatever. Just leave it alone. So first thing is I want to test out this regex thing because it's magic, but I need to double check that I know how to do it. So I think it's, first I need to import something which I think is called regex as re, and then I think I re.split. Let's just do this. And for now, let's just say I'm splitting it on, oh, I think this is how it works. I almost certainly will need to Google for syntax here, but oh, maybe I'll get it right first time. That's not what I wanted. All right, so I do need to Google for syntax. Let's go do that. Oh God, it's running so slowly. All right, so Python regex split. Oh, okay, so first thing is I need this in quotes. That makes sense. So let's see if that's enough. No, I have that in quotes. Oh wait, sorry. Looks like the split comes first, does it? Oh my God, my computer is running so flipping slowly. Driving me slightly crazy, but okay. Yes, okay, so I think I know what's happening now. If it will just stop and let me continue. Back to Excel. Back to the formula bar. Come on, you can do it. Okay. So cut that. Click the comma. I think I just had the arguments the wrong way around. Oh, it is running really very slowly indeed. Okay. Control and Enter. Think about it. Okay. Now we're getting something that looks more like it. So that's the basic syntax of a Python split. But now let's show the magic. We are interested in, actually, let me just do it here. Text join. I'm just going to prepare the input. So basically what I'm interested in, I want to split on any one of these 8 things. And the delimiter is going to be that pipe character, because that in Python regex, or in regex in general, I guess, means or. So I want to split on any one of these. So I'm just going to use text join, kind of prepare that that string. There's copy value paste. And we'll grab all of this, copy. And so if I split a string that's made up entirely of these characters on these characters, then obviously I'll be left with nothing. But bear with me, because the magic will happen slightly after that. So I should be left with like 150 odd blanks. It's taking its time, but you get the idea. But the cool thing about regex split is that you can split on this thing, or you can say, by putting this in brackets, I want to capture these groups. So I want to split on these things, but also what I'm interested in retaining is the splitter, not the thing that's in between the splitter. So that'll spin for a second, and then hopefully we'll get something that says, okay, we've got a lot of blanks here. It's still calculating, I guess. Let's give it a second. No, we really have got a lot of blanks. Why have we got so many blanks? Don't know. Well, I guess because it's retaining all the gaps. There was a way to not do that, I thought. Sure, I had found a way, but anyway. I think it's kind of fine, actually. I could go and figure out how to make it not do that, but I don't think I need to, because everything is evenly spaced. So, the thing that occurs second, I just have to kind of divide by 2 when I'm doing it. Seems messy. Come on, let's figure out how to do it. Oh, my edge is running so slowly. I don't actually want to do it because, oh boy, this is the exact article I looked at before, I'm sure. How do I split a string and keep the separators? That's exactly what I wanted. So fine, maybe this has the answer immediately, and I don't have to spend much time Googling. I'm just very aware that my setup is straining, I think, as a combination of the heat and running Python and running OBS to record. But so let's go into this article. I think it's the right one. Asked 12 years, 9 months ago. Look how behind the curve I am. Maybe there was an ignore blanks option. I'm not sure. Come on, yes. So slow. It's just Bing redirecting me to a Bing page to harvest some data before it gives me what I'm actually searching for. It's kind of annoying, but never mind. This is just miserable. Okay, if it takes more than 10 more seconds, I'm just going to go back and work with the thing that's padded out and kind of stupid, but fine. Okay. They're also returned, but split new line, split lines, true. No. Okay, never mind. That's not working, so let's just do without it. Let's go back to Excel. Oops. All right, so this will do. So first of all, I'm just going to import regex as RE in, actually no, I'm only doing this in one cell, so this is fine. So I just need to take this, import regex as RE, escape, delete the rest of the cell, come over here. Okay, so import regex as RE, and then so here, I'm going to do, again, an inline definition. So rather than using the list, I want to use the regex split of the list. So I'm going to I'll call it split list, lit list, and I'll define that as equal to re.split on, oh shoot, I didn't keep that list. Sorry, 5. Let's go down to 96. So re.split, and it's whatever, SL pipe OL pipe, SR pipe, OR pipe, U pipe, P pipe, well, I've got T pipe, H. Close, and then I want that in a capture group, so I put that in brackets. So split by that, and what am I splitting? I'm splitting lList 0. Okay, so then the next occurrence of lList 0 I'm going to replace with split list. Split list. Okay, and now I'm going to drop the max because I need to look at these values and figure out how I handle my divide by 2 or off by 1 or whatever errors. So let's just return for a minute all the values. Didn't like that. Substring not found. Help. What the heck does that mean? All right, so I probably need to do this in smaller steps to be able to figure out what the heck's going on. So, oh yeah, no, that's right. That opens, close, close, and then that closes. Okay, it's getting kind of hard. Okay, so error is substring not found. I truly don't know what to do with that. lList 0 should be good. Okay, well, let's take some of this. To create a new Python cell. Paste that, and let's just simplify it a lot and see what we can get to. So, start with this. Drop all the rest of this. Let's see if it'll do that much. I'm guessing not. Oh, it will. Okay. So that gives me a list, which is empty. Okay, not great. So I guess first things first, is this pointing to the right place? It is. Fine. So that's CD1, CD2. Okay, so next thing, let's just drop this. And just look at this piece. And that gives me a list of lists, but they all seem to be empty still. Okay, so... Oh, sorry, maybe I did not need this 0, did I? That was a leftover, I think. That's better. Okay, so that's giving me the list I wanted. So now, yeah, so this, if I just delete this 0, be super ambitious and see if the whole thing will work. Control-Shift-M to shrink it back down again. 68, 28, 30, 26. Okay. So now I just have to figure out 1001 off by 1 errors. So let's see, location 1 is actually still good. That's still good. So I think I'm going to want like either +1 and divided by 2 or +2 and divided by 2. So let's just do this up to here, divided by 2. That's giving me whole numbers, so maybe this is working. Soon find out. Max of all of that. I'm over the time I said I wanted to be, but I kind of want to finish this now that I'm in the middle of it. So let's see if this will work. Come on. Yeah! Woo! Amazing. Okay, so I didn't get it done in half an hour, but I did get all 5 levels out, and I guess probably half an hour of actually working on it after I did the explaining at the start. So I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. I'm not going to attempt the bonus questions, but actually this one's pretty easy with the setup I have. Just how many hoodies in the laundry pile. You just use the logic of level 1 to count hoodies. For levels 1 through 4 and using the rules of level 3, which game would you have to... So again, that's just applying level 3 to a bunch of other places. This one, I remember this one would be harder. Which game would have the most complete outfits if all pieces of clothing were used? So in other words, you complete one outfit, figure out where that is, then you start the next outfit. Which you could do by like looping and iterating over the logic that exists for level 5. But honestly, I'm very very pleased that I managed to wade my way through this without an excessive amount of debugging. So I will take that as a win for now. I will maybe try to do some more esports stuff. I don't love not having things that I can share because I know other people are learning Python at the moment and want to be able to share this. So I'll try and keep to mostly files that I can share. But again, reminder that all the daily challenges, even the ones I have not made videos about, I am posting in that shared folder. So check those out, and I don't know, I'll be back with something else tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.